At a time where the lines of musical genres are blurred now more than ever before, Philadelphia-based hip-hop bluegrass band Gangstagrass may still be a bit of a culture shock to some. Still, that hasn't stopped them from successfully bringing their musical message of unity to fans all over the world. I recently spoke with Gangstagrass member RSN, the Voice of Reason, about the band's recent success, recording a #1 album during the pandemic, and why we are all better together. Tell me how Gangstagrass came together.
So our lead singer, the guy that if you've seen any of the videos or seen us live, that's playing the guitar, a cat named Wrench. He's this guy's like a musical savant, man. And so when he came up in Cali, right? But his dad's from Oklahoma. He came up listening to a lot of honky tonk and bluegrass country. So when he started making music, he's about my age. So he was coming up where hip hop was really starting to blow up, right? So he when he was putting music together, he just, some stuff seemed to fit for him, right? So he was actually producing for hip hop cats. Was like, yo, it would be dope right here, like some pedal steel or a fiddle, or whatever. And not everybody was about it. So he was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna do this on my own. And put together this project that he just, started calling Gangstagrass, right? And it started to gain some ground. Wrench decided he wanted to take the whole thing on tour. He put together some musicians and wanted to go, and Tone wasn't available to go, right? And so he reached out to our other current MC, Dolio, because he and Dolio had done some work together in another band. Dolio wasn't able to go either, and Dolio reached out to me. Now, I've known D since me and D met in '99. We met up at Penn State University. We met in a cipher outside of a bar one night.
Okay.
And started kicking it after that. Been homies ever since. So he reached out to me and was like, yo, my man is doing this thing. He needs somebody to take him on tour, to take on tour. Would you be down? And so like he called me on a Tuesday. I was on my way into work. By the time I got to work, I told my boss, I was like, yo, my man needs me to do this thing, blah, blah, blah. My boss was like, yeah, sure, why not? So that Wednesday night, I met Wrench at I think it was the M Room down on Frankfurt and Girard. We did a show down there, and then I hopped in the van with these four guys and drove down to North Carolina. We did 3 shows that weekend, and I've been rocking out with Wrench ever since.
Like in America, we're used to country music, of course. We're used to hip hop, of course. But you all have traveled internationally. How is your music received overseas?
The funny thing about going overseas, and we've been to Canada, we've been to the UK a couple times. We rocked out in Germany, a couple places went to the Netherlands. And the really funny part, the thing that I experienced, because this is my first international experience as well, is that over there the music is just kind of music. You know what I mean? It's not as genre specific. It doesn't feel as genre specific. So you can go over there and just kind of rock out. One of the things I found most interesting is that a lot of hip hop cats that I've encountered and that I was a fan of coming up, a lot of them dudes moved over to the UK because they still get burned over there. Artists just get kind of brushed aside as the new thing comes in, right? So there is very little coming up. There wasn't a lot of real respect for a lot of classic hip hop, right? And you see some of it coming back a little bit now, but right. for a long time, it's kind of brushed to the side. So a lot of cats were over there just doing their thing. So when we went over there, it was just, all right, this is dope music, and the love was real over there. We got a lot of props. This festival we did in Germany, all the shows in the UK was just a lot of just people just enjoying the music without having to find a place for it. It was just there, just dope.
And not telling you, as I've seen on your page, don't blend the genres together that don't need to be blended together. I saw a comment you posted on your page. I know a lot of artists, Black artists that are coming up in country now, Mickey Guyton, Kane Brown, Jimmy Allen, artists like those are really, it's unfortunate that in 2022 they're
Yeah.
encountering this get off of our land, get out of our genre, kind of mentality. Can you bring it back to how it is
So,
for you in America? Is like the sorts of struggles or issues that you've come
so,
against that?
the funny thing about that is like they haven't gone all over the country, right? And one of the things we tell people is that you just have to hear it. It's a hard thing to explain. It's a hard thing to really, like, if you tell somebody what it is, people are gonna be like, what? Huh? What is that? But when you hear it, like when you really hear it and you experience it, it's much easier to get. We've I don't even know how many hundreds of shows. I've only ever had one guy that was like, no, and just kind of
Mm,
storm out, right?
wow.
Very much a thing where when you hear it, like I've encountered just degree upon degree upon degree of people that weren't really that told us, like, I wasn't a bluegrass fan. I was into hip hop. I dig the heck out of you guys. And I wasn't a hip hop fan, but I'm into bluegrass. And I dig the heck out of you guys. And
Right.
people that are, said they weren't fans of either one, but like what we were doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so it's just a matter of the quality of the music, right? And
Mhm.
making we've got you know instrumentalists that are really good at playing their instruments, and singers that are really good at singing, and two MCs that take the craft of MCing and lyricism very seriously. And
Right.
so when you have all of that, it's really just about making good music. And regardless of what your tastes are, if you're a fan of good music, it's going to resonate.
Like many artists these past 2 years, due to the pandemic, Gangstagrass has really had their share of challenges. Still, they've managed to stay connected with their fans, create new music, and even put out a chart topping album.
Was recording stuff in my house, and we got all the tracks to Wrench, and he put together the whole album. And so it was a matter of really maintaining a way of creating a record apart. Like, we were all in our separate spaces, and it was difficult to do, but we got it done. And we created a Twitch channel that we use to stay connected with the fans and so on and so forth. And every one of it, we would take turns manning it. So one night I would be on, and Dan would be on one night, and Brent would be on. So forth. It was actually my night to be on, and I was just running my mouth. We were just talking about how difficult things were and so on and so forth. And I happened to just say, it's no time for enemies. And Dan was listening, and he was like, that's it. That's the title of the album. So the whole thing was just born of us sort of connecting, trying to stay connected with the fans while we were out and about in our own separate spaces. When we were putting the album together, the things that we decided that we wanted to be writing songs about, it was just a matter of what's the kind of stuff that we just sort of talk about. What do we build on? How do we create? And just kind of go from there.
Gangstagrass got to perform on America's Got Talent, which was so exciting because America got to see Gangstagrass. They got to hear the music. They got to see the authenticity. Tell me about that experience.
America's Got Talent was fun. It was a lot of fun. Terry Crews is awesome. That dude, he's a good cat, man. And we hung out and we went out to do the audition. We were watching some of the other acts. We're like, wow, all right, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be real cool. And then we were out there for a couple days doing that. And then when we went back to do the live show, I imagine the whole thing would have been a lot different in non-COVID times, but they were able to really, really keep the whole thing very, very safe. And we got tested every couple of days, and so on and so forth. And they really did a great job of, in the midst of all of that, still keeping it fun and professional and really, really
keeping the
exciting.
energy up, right?
Yeah, the energy. They kept the energy up. My favorite part was the wardrobe people. Like, the wardrobe squad was really good. Actually, the one lady that ran the wardrobe, she was a Philly head. She went to Kappa with the Roots, like she was that Philly, right? And so, you know, just being out there and doing the whole thing, it was buckets of fun, man, and just able to really connect with it. Because the guy that won, he was on our show, so we got a chance to know him, and you know, met a bunch of very cool cats out there, and these folks that we're still connected with right now. So it was really exciting experience.
It was fun being able to watch you guys up there. It was fun getting to see America experience Gangstagrass. It was fun seeing, of course, you guys getting the standing ovation that you got. You know, it was really great to be able to see that. And I think also going back to what you were saying about how you have to listen to the music. Well, another thing that's multicultural are the judges. You know, you have Heidi Klum and you have like others that are from different countries being able to listen and experience Gangstagrass. I think that that's just so great that you got that exposure and continue to gain fans. What is the message of Gangstagrass? If you could say this is our message, this is what we want people to know, well, what is it?
The message of Gangstagrass is very much, I would say, we can do this. We can all do this together. I don't have to think exactly the way you think. I don't have to live exactly the way you live, but together we can do this thing where all of our lives wind up better, right? There's a song on the new album called "Do Better," and the hook is "We all do better when we all do better," which is it's basic, but it's the absolute truth. You know, like the better your life is, most likely the better mine is too. And if we are able to create those connections where everybody's lives are getting better, then everybody's lives will get better.
I'm Toya Haynes for PhillyCAM Voices.
We all do better, all do better. Can't get better than that, right here. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that.